At this point, it should be painfully obvious how bullish XRP actually is leading into 2025. But if it wasn't that obvious to you, it's okay, because in this video, we are going to actually be talking about why XRP is so bullish and why right now is the perfect time to be paying attention to XRP going into 2025. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So if we look at the last month, XRP is up only about 48%, but the overall structure here is what I'm actually paying attention to, because we now have almost a complete month of consolidation on the chart. And if we actually look at some of the, higher time frames, like the 3-day, we could see that a clear pattern is being printed out here. Yes, we are consolidating, but we are actually in a bull flag. Now, we did have a bull flag formation happen the two previous times that we did break out. Here we have the first breakout followed by a bull flag, another, breakout, again, bull flag, and now we have a breakout, but it's an extended bull flag, which means that we're actually consolidating longer, which means the upside move here should be much larger. For an example, if we go back here, the move off of the lows to the top of this initial move was about a 62%, almost a 63%. The second move was about roughly 125%. So if we're thinking about this, right, and we are now consolidating even longer, we should technically have a much higher move on this chart. Even if we just matched the 125% move, right, and I'll even go a little bit under, that would take us to about $4.27. This next move should be a $4 plus move on XRP from the current level. And we have one potential move here on XRP before this move actually happens, which is a potential retest of around roughly $2. So if we are thinking about this logically, if we do get that move to $2, and if we do retest that bottom trend line, that is going to be a very big signal to start either one, accumulating more XRP, or jump into some trades. But outside of just this chart, we also have a lot more whales buying XRP as well. Here we have on Christmas 60 million XRP bought within the last 48 hours. And then also here we have on the 23rd, 40 million XRP, bought in the last 24 hours. So in just the last week alone, from what we see, well over roughly 100 million plus XRP was accumulated by whales. Now again, these are whales that are holding or buying more than 1 million to 10 million coins of XRP. What do they know that we don't know? Is it just the overall structure here on XRP that they are looking at, that they are watching? Or is it something else, like what's about to happen in 2025? Well, let's talk about that. Let's go over here to this post here, which is regarding the RUSD stablecoin. Recently, there has been a lot of talks about the Tether delisting. And if we think about that, right, RUSD is the perfect fix. Everyone's going to be looking at other stablecoins. They're going to be looking at USDC. They're going to look at RUSD, for an example. And we already know that RUSD is launching on some of the biggest exchanges out there. For an example, Independent Reserve, which is a regulated crypto exchange in Singapore, which is also highlighting the fact that RUSD is extremely compliant even with regulations. Again, this is going to be a wave from Tether to Circle to RUSD. We are going to see a lot more focus put on these other stablecoins, and I do believe that everyone should be paying attention to RUSD, especially if you hold XRP, because going into 2025 and 2025 in general, well, it really does seem like it's going to be the year that we get stablecoin regulations in the US. And we already know with Mika, there's going to be a lot of, accelerations around certain frameworks. So I wouldn't write off the idea of 2025 being one of the largest years for RLUSD, for the stablecoin market, for this market in general, and also, of course, for XRP. Now, talking more so about that, let's actually talk about RLUSD coming to Uphold on the 1st of January. That's right. Uphold is officially launching RLUSD as well. They're welcoming RLUSD with open arms. I also believe that all customers on Uphold are going to be able to get 5% back with RLUSD. I know that they were pushing that previously. So we're definitely watching that closely. We're going to be, really kind of putting a spotlight on Uphold with RLUSD, because I do think that a lot of people, especially in the US, use Uphold right now. Uphold is one of the friendliest US-based exchanges out there. As everyone is aware, they did support XRP throughout the entire lawsuit, and they continued to spotlight XRP. They continued to spotlight RLUSD, and they are extremely bullish on XRP, as you guys can see even here on this post, which is, survey says the week's poll results are in. Here's how the community weighed in. 84% anticipate a bullish trend for XRP as we approach 2025. 31% believed blockchain Santa was coming to town. 91% hoped to find XRP under the crypto tree this year. 75% found cryptocurrencies in their stockings. 56% are bullish and excited about the current crypto market. 36% predict Bitcoin will soar past 160K in 2025. And also 77% believe that 2025 will be a breakout year for crypto. So everyone is anticipating 2025 for being a very big year for crypto, but also for XRP. And listen, I do think that it's going to be a huge year for XRP as we do start to kind of look at the regulatory side of things. We anticipate that in a big way. Also, remember the Bitstamp derivatives exchange with Robinhood. That's including the XRP ledger. This is all around the XRP ledger. That's going to be happening in 2025 as well. On top of that, ETFs. I have been putting a spotlight on ETFs lately because it seems as though the timeline on this is going to be about roughly Q1 of 2025. We know that the new admin is going to be pro-crypto. We know that Gary Gensler is going to be gone. So we definitely stay focused on this in a big way. I think everyone should focus on this as well because it does lead us down the path to these legitimate projects being welcomed in the US in a big way. And what better way to welcome them in by having these ETFs completely greenlit? And that's going to be a big game changer, especially for XRP, because it's more volume. It's more, it's a lot more volume outside of just, the typical crypto investor. We're talking about breaking into the TradFi markets in a big way. So that's going to be a lot of volume. We know that there's going to be a lot of volume because of what happened to the Bitcoin ETFs. But outside of volume, we also have a lot more holders, a lot more, XRP locked up, and it's just going to create a lot more demand. So with all of that in mind, guess what? We also see XRP going up in value. But these are the ETF summary of applications. We have Bitwise, we have Canary Capital, 21 shares, and also Wisdom Tree. And this all happened from October into December. So we're definitely watching these closely, and we have down here the full breakdown of them. I would argue that we probably get these greenlit by the end of Q1, if I'm being honest with you guys. And that's me being pretty conservative because I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen by like the end of January. But hey, that's me being extremely bullish on this. It's still a big catalyst for XRP. I know that a lot of people keep bringing up the Ripple IPO. I don't really see it as a massive catalyst, but hey, to each their own. But outside of this, we also have over here Raoul. So the big moment, the big reveal, Raoul is bullish on XRP. And why wouldn't he be? If you look at the weekly chart for XRP, it's a stunner. This massive 7-year wedge is broken. Who knows where this chart goes to? What's your peak price projection for XRP in 2025? And answer it. What do you guys think down in the comments below? What do you think the peak price projection for XRP is going to be in 2025? But check this out.
Okay, next chart, XRP itself, fabulous pattern. Look at wedge after wedge after wedge after wedge. So we're just building another wedge now, ready for the next break higher. So that move is clearly not done. If you look at the weekly chart of XRP, it's a stunner. This massive 7-year wedge is broken. Who knows where this chart goes to? It's very powerful. But then go back to that chart of SUI versus XRP, and it's suggesting that SUI should even outperform this. So that's the perspective I have. Now, it's not always going to be.
Now, of course, he's a bit biased on the SUI, projection, because again, SUI is a sponsor of this segment, but it speaks volumes that we have all of these people flipping bullish on XRP now. I mean, it makes sense. You look at the lower time frames. Even if you look at the weekly, again, you can clearly see it. This is a typical bull flag formation. We've seen it before. Typically, these do break to the upside in a big way. I'm more so looking at the 3-day. The 3-day looks absolutely beautiful. It looks primed. We don't know when this is going to be breaking out. Best guess, first half of January. First half of January. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw it sooner. But I'm definitely watching this. I mean, the daily is also very clear. Again, it's just chopping sideways. We're in this bull flag formation. This bottom trend goes all the way back here to the initial breakout in the beginning of December, by the way. So, again, we've just been kind of chopping. Everyone's kind of getting bored with this pattern here. But guys, these are typically the times that you want to embrace in this market before the big expansion to the upside. I would actually like for this to chop even, longer, because again, the longer the base, the higher in space. It's as simple as that. The longer that we consolidate, it's more and more pressure. Now, I do want to wrap this up with someone that's a lot smarter than me when it comes to TA, and that's Credible Crypto. Big shout to Credible Crypto. He actually has his own YouTube channel. This is from a YouTube video called Mini Market Update. If Bitcoin chops, altcoins may, and then the rest is history. But if we check this out, right, altcoins may pop. If Bitcoin does continue to the chop, and if we see Bitcoin dominance breaking down, yeah, altcoins will pop in a big way. But check this out. This is from Credible Crypto.
And I'll start off with XRP. XRP, the reason I'm starting off with it is I do think that it is probably the most bullish altcoin in the space right now in terms of the way the chart looks. XRP is one of the few coins right now that is printing very clear, bullish, impulsive structure on lower time frames, on higher time frames, on every time frame, and very easily, cleanly identifiable. We talked about how, Bitcoin on the recent rise wasn't as clean, and I showed you guys an example of very clean price action on Bitcoin, impulsive price action from 30 to 40K. That's kind of what we're seeing here in XRP, is that very clean price action that shows impulsive price movement. You can see it here off of these lows, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with very strong impulsive price action, very clear subdivisions. Even on this fifth wave, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is kind of what I mean by clear impulsive price action, where there's not really much doubt about what we're seeing. So XRP is one of the only alts right now that is doing that. Even alts that are pumping right now, there's a lot of alts that are pumping but are not showing this type of momentum, this type of clear impulsive price action. And again, this is kind of the nuance between price moving up and price moving up in a very clearly impulsive manner, which again on Twitter, a lot of people kind of mix the two together. They think that any move up is an impulsive move, but the word impulse is actually the Elliott wave term. And for Elliott wave impulses to be valid, they need to meet certain criteria. And one of those is clear 5-way subdivisions. So again, this is like what a true impulse looks like. And so XRP is one of the only few alts right now that is showing this type of price action, which is why I'm super bullish on it. But for XRP specifically, we identified a clean 5-wave move off of 50 cents up to $1.62. That was the first wave of 5, in my opinion. We got this sideways correction that was pretty weak, relatively weak, I should say. Actually, this is on log scale. So if we take it off a log, it looks a little bit more drastic, and this is actually a 20% move down. I guess it's still relatively weak in terms of corrections. 20% is not bad at all. But we had a 20% correction, then we printed another impulsive move to the upside, right? So now we have the first wave started off of 0.50, the third wave, which we're in now, I think, started off of 1.28. And within this third wave, and this is where it gets kind of exciting, within this third wave, we've just completed the first wave of 5. So we still have this to go for the third wave. Then we get the larger fourth wave. And then we get the larger fifth wave to the upside. Now, again, this is on log scale. I'm not trying to say that I think we're going to go to 13 because I think we're going higher than 13. But how big will these waves be? Well, the third subwave is usually larger than the first. So if we're looking at $1.30 to $2.95, that's $1.60. This third wave should be at least a $2 move. So if we're starting it off of 228, this should take us at least to new all-time highs at $4 plus. Then we get a wave 4 consolidation. Then the fifth of this larger third, then we have a fourth wave, then we have the final fifth of the fifth. So XRP just looks fantastic here. If this is all valid, then really we shouldn't go back below 129.
And I completely agree with them, right? If we're talking about this next wave, it should be a $4 plus wave. I mean, just initially off of, the previous two major impulse moves on this chart, this next impulse move just off of consolidation alone should take us to $4. Now, he is calling for $13. It's definitely a possibility. I've said $10 to $15 if we're being extremely bullish. I'm just initially looking for, 5 to 7. And then after that, I'm very happy with anything else after. And if we do see $13 plus, then that is going to be extremely bullish. But in my opinion, XRP is going to shock a lot of people. I know that you guys keep saying, Nick, you keep saying that it's going to shock, it's going to shock, it's going to shock, but nothing's happening. Guys, I want you guys to understand that XRP has already done a tremendous job in the last year alone. We are gearing up for a much different environment for crypto, one that is actually accommodating for XRP in a big way. And a lot of people are actually blind to see that. We are headed into a legitimate asset class environment for crypto with regulations primed, with acceptance primed, and for RUSD, Ripple stablecoin, that is launched on the XRP ledger to become a big piece of the US market, which is also going to severely impact the XRP ledger and XRP in a very positive way. I just don't see how people can't realize how painfully obvious XRP is right now as a clear winner going into 2025. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.